Hello children and grandchildren. My name is Marilyn Tew and I'm your grandmother and mother. Today I want to tell you some of my family history. There are a lot of stories I want to tell you, but first I want to tell you about my father. This is my father, Roscoe Milton Tew. He was a stonemason and bricklayer just like his father was. And like my father, I have also enjoyed working with stones and concrete. Here's the earliest picture of me. I'm about 1 year old. Here I am about 2.5 years old with my little sister Maxine. We grew up without much money but always had each other. I'm about 5 years old in this picture. I always remember being tall for my age, and this is one of the few pictures of me as a teenager. All the boys in the neighborhood liked me to come out and play marbles and ball with them. I was kind of a tomboy. Okay, now back to my father. He came from a long generation of Tews. Perhaps famous Tews. There is a notorious pirate named Thomas Tew who may be a distant relative. My great-great-great-grandfather came from the central part of England, near Birmingham. His name was William Tew. He kept his family in this part of England where my great-great-grandfather, Joseph Tew, and great-grandfather Thomas Tew were born. Thomas Tew, my great-grandfather, was born in 1804. His third son is my grandfather Samuel. This is my grandfather Samuel Henry Tew, third son of Thomas. He's going to tell us a little about his family.
Hello there. My name is Samuel Henry Tew. This is the Church of St. Giles in Bubbon Hall, England, where my grandfather was born. The Tew family came from this area. My father was a soldier for 5 years in the East Indies. He bought his discharge, and returned home to marry Hannah Smith. They were blessed with 11 children. Here in Bubbon Hall is where my father grew up. He was a laborer and moved to the large city where there were more opportunities. I was born here in Birmingham, England in 1842. Here our family joined the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and decided to emigrate to America. We traveled to Liverpool and got ready for our long journey across the ocean. At this time there were only 6 children in the family. The other 5 were born later in America. We left when I was 12 years old on a ship called the Charles Buck in 1854. It was a long journey with my 6 siblings and we were happy to land in New Orleans. Later we sailed up the Mississippi to Mormon Grove where we joined a wagon company. We left for Utah in the Milo Andrus Wagon Company on August 4, 1855. It was hard and long. By the end many were almost barefoot, and had not sufficient clothes.
After a long journey across the plains, my grandfather didn't settle down yet. He was asked to go back 2 more times to help other wagon companies. My family settled in Springville, Utah, where my father was born. My father and mother, Kathleen Nyland, met later in life. He was her ward teacher, and it was heavenly influence that convinced her to marry this man. I was 14 years old when my father died. I'm grateful for all he did for me, and for my ancestors who made sacrifices for their children. I would love to be with you in this life, but know that I am watching over you, and I love you all.